I just got beacon verification working in the drand JS client, and it's verifying by using WASM built from the actual Go drand library, and it's working, and I just had to tell you about it. So let's have a quick look. Let me start up the website. Start it up. Here it comes. Okay, here we go. So here we are on the website. Let's bring up the inspector, and if I just refresh the page, so we can see down here that this is the thing that we're talking about here, which is the randomness that is coming from the League of Entropy testnet. We're currently on this round, and we're getting rounds every 25 seconds or so. But if we take a look here in the network tab for the developer stuff, then we can see this drand WASM file that has been downloaded. You can see here that it is 3 megabytes, but that's kind of okay, because actually only 882 kilobytes were transferred. So not great, but it's not 3 megabytes. And also it's not 17 megabytes, which is what I originally got generated for me when I didn't do any optimization. So what it did was, we've got the WASM stuff here. Nicholas actually wrote this. I just fixed it up a little bit. I've just trimmed out the stuff so that we only have like the bits that we really need. And I've changed this JS function that gets called. I mean, this is a Go function, but this is what JS will call effectively, to return a promise and take just 2 parameters, a public key and an object, which is the beacon. And this object looks like a beacon that you'd get from the JSON endpoint. So that's super convenient because we can just pass it straight in. So what you do is you just compile that with some extra options. These make it a little bit smaller, and you obviously have to specify like WASM architecture, and then you get yourself a drand WASM file, which is great. And then in the actual library, we've got our verifying client here, which should look reasonably familiar. If you know the Go client at all, we have our get, info, watch, round at, and close interface functions. But we can see here that in get and watch, we're calling this function called verify for every randomness round that we get, and that calls out to here, and we're essentially verify beacon here. We're awaiting verify beacon. We're passing it a public key and a randomness round, and this is effectively calling the WASM. And it's kind of as simple as that. This bit here is where we're just getting a shared instance of the WASM stuff, and this is a little bit complicated to make it work also in Node, but this is really the interesting line. We're just fetching that WASM file and then instantiating it with Go object import thingers. Not really sure why. But yeah, so then we tell it to run that instance, and then what that does, if we take a look at the Go for a second, it adds on the global object, it adds a property called drand with a function called verify beacon. So in our verifier, we are just returning that window.drand object so that it can be used. So yeah, that's kind of it. But it's hopefully going to get a bit smaller. I had a look at TinyGo, and it's almost compiled. They are the math/big package is currently causing an error, and they're trying to fix it, but it's not there yet. So hopefully sometime soon we'll be able to TinyGo it, and this 800K download will become something like, well, I don't know, maybe less than 100K, which would be super cool. What I've done in the client is I've actually added a config option called, in the JS client at least, disable beacon verification. And if you disable it, then you obviously you don't get verification for the beacons that we get, But because this is because the WASM is fetched on demand when it's needed, you don't incur that 800K download if you don't want to verify stuff, or you just are in an environment that doesn't support WASM or whatever. So that is WASM beacon verification in a whirlwind tour. I'm super excited about it, and so should you be. Okay, goodbye.